back to my channel. It is Easter weekend and I am at home kind of doing some spring cleaning. So I want to wish everybody a happy Easter, happy Passover, whatever you're celebrating. Happy holidays to you guys. And I am so happy that spring is here and that summer's around the corner because I'm fed up of winter. I'm ready to move on. I don't care if I get allergies, like let's do this shit. Before I start talking about what I want to talk about today, I want to thank all of you for watching my weight loss video. You guys were so supportive. It was kind of scary for me to put it out there. I was nervous about how people would respond because I was not like ridiculously overweight, but I still did lose 50 pounds. So it's a considerable amount of weight. Whenever you are vulnerable and put yourself out there, you're always open to judgment and it's scary, but you guys are so sweet, so supportive. So I appreciate that so much. And thank you guys all for watching and commenting and just being supportive. You guys are the best. Today I am talking all about hangover cures, mainly activated charcoal. I am someone who lives my life the healthiest way I know how. I'm very aware of what I'm putting into my body, but at the same time, I'm still human and I definitely do enjoy going out sometimes and having a few drinks. I would say that in a week, I probably have like 2 to 3 drinks. I do not drink really any alcohol other than tequila. There is no specific reason for that or like health reason. Wine just doesn't sit well with me. I don't know if I'm allergic, if I don't have the enzymes to digest it, but wine is not my jam. Vodka makes me aggressive. I don't really like other alcohol. So years ago, my friend had come back from college and she was like, I didn't drink for years. And then my friend came back from college and she was like, you need to try Patron, which is like a higher quality tequila. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Like tequila, I've been so sick on it when I was like a teenager. And she's like, no. It's different when it's good quality. I think I was 22 at the time. It was almost 9, it was like 9 years ago. Yeah, almost 10 years ago. It was on my birthday. And from that moment, I literally only drink sort of good quality tequila. And I've never really had, I mean, of course we all get kind of hangovers or you don't feel the best, but I've never really been like crazy sick from it. So that's my drink of choice. It's Patron Silver with a splash of soda and 2 limes for everyone that wants to know. And I'm gonna tell you today sort of what I do to avoid feeling shitty after a night of drinking, or even if I just go for dinner on like a Saturday night and I have a few drinks. I'm gonna show you what I do to avoid sort of getting a hangover or feeling not great the next day, and how to bounce back quickly. Rehydrate, get those toxins out of your system, and just like pretend it never happened so that you can have fun and then go about your life the next day and not be like weighed down by the alcohol you just drank. So in this video, the main thing I'm gonna talk about is something called activated charcoal. I'm sure that a lot of you have heard about it by now. If you are someone who watches me, this was one of the first tips that I ever gave on Instagram. Back in the day, maybe like 3 years ago, I was gonna do this raw diet. My friend Anna was like, you need to try this diet. It's freaking amazing. It kind of resets your digestive system and you basically eat full raw foods for 21 days. It came with all different like adaptogens and supplements to sort of keep everything, to get everything detoxifying out of your body. One of the things that came with it was activated charcoal, and it came in the form of powder. And she was like, it's the best thing in all of it. So I started just researching like, what is this like activated charcoal, activated carbon? What it really is a highly absorbent substance that basically toxins bind to. So you can almost think of it like a sponge, like a porous sponge. Toxins basically bind to it, they're attracted to it, and they kind of go into these pores. And the way that activated charcoal works is that the toxins adhere to the top of the charcoal and it actually never really gets absorbed by the body. So instead of it getting absorbed by the body, it gets absorbed onto the charcoal and it passes through the body, unaffecting it, and just sort of makes its way out of you safely. So activated charcoal is an amazing way to eliminate toxins, not only just when it comes to alcohol, but also if you're having like super greasy foods, or if you're eating something, for example, let's say I never really eat dairy or gluten, and let's say I was like going for a pizza dinner and then having ice cream after, I would definitely take activated charcoal before and after, because it would also help with the absorption of the greasy food, and basically the things that I'm not used to, and help my digestive system sort of process everything. It's a substance that is going to just basically trap in your toxins and chemicals, so you don't have to worry that your body is trapping your toxins and chemicals. Let's say you drank way too much alcohol and you're going to get your stomach pumped. They generally are going to be pumping your stomach with activated charcoal. In a lot of trauma centers or ERs, they're just going to give you activated charcoal right away. You ate like dishwasher detergent by mistake. I don't know why anyone would do it. Well, actually, Tide Pods is a thing right now. Kids are like popping Tide Pods. Let's say you did that. There's a shitload of chemicals and toxins in there. And let's say you went to the ER because you weren't feeling well or you're puking. They'd probably give you activated charcoal or pump your stomach with it. So it's extremely, extremely powerful. With that being said, you also have to be very careful about it because it can also take the bad things and it can also take good things. So if you're someone who is a heavy drinker and you drink every night, I wouldn't suggest that you take activated charcoal nightly. I suggest that you stop drinking so much. So it will get rid of a lot of the toxins and chemicals that in your body that you don't want, but at the same time, it can also, you know, get rid of really good minerals and vitamins and a lot of good things in your body. So you don't want to overdo it either. David Wolfe is somebody who believes in taking activated charcoal daily because the world that we live in is just so toxic and filled with chemicals. I personally think that that would be a little bit too much. I only take it around once a week, or if I'm really know I'm gonna have a heavy meal. Reason being is that I feel like, yes, on one hand, I understand why you would want to take it every day because the world is really toxic and this is gonna help absorb that. But I also believe that if we're over detoxifying our body, then it's like living in a bubble and it's not healthy either. So you got to find the balance. I personally really use it for the purpose of hangovers, to avoid them, to absorb the toxins in alcohol, and if I'm having like a really heavy or greasy meal. So this, my friends, is my true hangover cure. So before I leave the house, I do 1 activated charcoal, and then when I come home at the end of the night, I take 2 activated charcoals. So in total, like, this is my favorite one, by the way. It's by Bulletproof. It's coconut charcoal. This is 500 milligrams per pill. So I'm taking a total of 1,500 milligrams. In general, you want to take at least 1,000 milligrams, or I just don't feel like it's going to do much. So when I come home from dinner, I'll do 2 activated charcoals, and I will take a big shot, about 1 or 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, sort of like in combination with the activated charcoal, because benefits are different, but they really do complement each other when it comes to hangover remedy. Apple cider vinegar is really, really good at detoxing the liver. It's really good at helping detoxify the body, rebalancing the body's pH, bringing back some of those vitamins and minerals that you really need and that alcohol consumption can sort of kill. And also, like I said, activated charcoal is excellent at trapping toxins, but it also can trap some of the good stuff too. So I find that the balance of these together really, really works well. And I have to tell you that there are nights where I've been like drunk and I've done this and you wake up and you just don't feel like shit. Like it's genuinely, can't speak, a lifesaver. I don't have kids yet, but I can only imagine that waking up with like young kids screaming when you've been drinking all night is the shittiest. So you just want to be able to sort of bounce back as if you were still 16 years old. Not suggesting that people drink at 16, I might have. You really want to be able to bounce back like you're 20. Let's be a little bit more age appropriate. I find that the mix of these two, and especially the activated charcoal, is really, really helpful. So just to sort of go over it, I do 1 before I leave the house with a giant glass of water. And then when I get home, I do 2 with a shot of apple cider vinegar and a gigantic glass of water. So you want to just like chug a huge glass of water after taking these 2 to really flush everything out of your system. Charcoal is also used for many other things other than just hangover cures. Charcoal as a teeth whitener all the time. I'm obsessed with Perfect Smile. It will help change the pH balance and get rid of the bacteria in your mouth, which is super, super important. It is used in many water filters and water purifiers. It's just a really, really great toxin and chemical trapping agent. Other benefits are bloating if you're someone who bloats easily, if you're someone that bloats easily from eating greasy foods. Amazing for helping get rid of heavy metals in the body, which is one of the biggest issues that we have right now. It also helps cleanse the digestive tract. Because as it goes through, it just is going to pick up toxins from all over your body. You really need to think of it as a sponge that's just a sponge magnet. Let's imagine it's a sponge magnet that just toxins and chemicals just are attracted to and bind to, pass out of your body without activated charcoal in many different places. You can find it at health food stores. I will link this one. It's my absolute favorite. There's 90 capsules in here, so it should last you a long time. I will link it in the description on this video. A few things I just want to mention about activated charcoal that I think are really important for you guys to keep in mind. One, like I've been saying, make sure to drink a lot of water because it can dehydrate. Generally online, you'll see that it says wait 2 hours within taking your other vitamins or birth control or prescription medications or antibiotics. I personally would like to do it at the opposite end of the day. I'll do my vitamins in the morning and I generally do the activated charcoal at night. If you are someone who is on birth control and you take your birth control sort of toward the evening, I'm assuming you're not getting day drunk all the time, but by the way, day drunk is the best kind of drunk, just saying. Take it at least 2 hours apart from your birth control. I would recommend even 6. You want to be careful. So, if you're on birth control, if you're taking any prescription medication, antibiotics or vitamins, try to sort of separate it by, like, I would say 6 hours to be safe, so that the activated charcoal does not absorb that as well, and then you end up screwing something else up. So those are my little warnings for you guys with activated charcoal. But other than that, this is your hangover remedy. It is amazing. You must try it. It's easily accessible, easily to find. Detox that body. It's so good. And then do it with the apple cider vinegar. I find it really, really a great mix. A few other little hangover tips that are more on the beauty front. Number 1, Jade Roller or Gua Sha Stone. I leave my Jade Roller in my freezer in the ice drawer. I'll show you where I leave it. Do that. I don't do that every day. There are people who do it every day because they love the feeling of the cold jade on their skin in the morning, which I agree. It's super refreshing. Really helps depuff the skin. If you are hungover, you drink alcohol, you do retain more water. Definitely will wake up a little bit puffier, a little more swollen. This is obviously going to help sort of drain out that lymphatic system. It's going to help get the circulation going. But when it's freezing cold, it is, number 1, the best feeling in the world. But number 2, it really, really does help depuff the face even better than it would without being in the freezer. So put your Jade Roller or Gua Sha Stone in your freezer night before you're going to go out. You wake up in the morning hungover a little bit and you're just like, oh yeah, baby, this feels so good. And it really, every morning, I'm not sure if you guys do or not, but if you're not someone who does lemon water every morning, then on the day after you've been drinking, I highly, highly recommend doing lemon water. It is amazing. It rehydrate your body, rebalance that pH level, detoxify the body. And it's funny because I do lemon water every day, as you guys probably know. On the mornings where I've drank before, when I drink my lemon water, it does make me almost a little bit nauseous for like 5 minutes, and then I feel great. So I feel like it's kind of like going in and doing its work, and sort of like eating away at all the extra crap that's there. So definitely lemon water and sea salt morning after you've been drinking is really, really, really gonna help you detoxify the body and get the alcohol sort of moving and out of you. For the most part, I'm sure the last thing that anyone wants to do when they're hungover or when they've been drinking the night before is go and exercise. But the reality is that sweating and doing exercise is probably the best thing that you can do to cure a hangover. That you're sweating. When you're sweating, you're detoxifying your body, your blood flow and circulation going in your body. So everything's just gonna work better. You know, the first 10 minutes might suck, but I love to go spinning Sunday mornings because I know that that night before I'm gonna have had some drinks. I'm going to have probably eaten a few things that aren't really part of my regular routine. So getting a good sweat is really, really important to just getting rid of that hangover. I swear to God, between the activated charcoal, the apple cider vinegar, and doing a really good sweat session, you don't wanna go sweat and go like be active. Go into a sauna, do something where you can just sweat, because it's gonna make all the difference in getting rid of that hangover and getting that alcohol out of your body. Obviously, a really good way to also avoid getting a hangover is to sort of pace yourself a little bit the night that you're drinking. They say, you know, do a glass of water, drink a glass of water. I personally, like, I'm not someone, like when I'm drinking, I'm drinking. I'm not thinking about hydrating, but you want to hydrate as much as possible if you can. If you're someone that gets really hungover, then do that. Do a drink water, but definitely the day after you have been drinking, you definitely want to hydrate more than usual. Replenish all of the water that you've lost, and again, just flush out those toxins that your body wants to so badly eliminate. Last but not least, don't forget to wash your face on the night that you've been drinking, because it's super, super important. Your skin will become more dehydrated from the alcohol. It dries out the skin terribly. Like if you are someone who gets a lot of bad pimples or someone who has really dehydrated skin and you're a big drinker, try a week of not drinking and you'll see how much your skin will glow, as opposed to when you are drinking, it really, really dehydrates the skin. So you definitely want to wash your face and really moisturize well after a night of drinking or the next morning at least. I also absolutely love using these cucumber detox hydrogel eye patches from Peter Thomas Roth on a day where I'm hungover. Them on, and then even like Jade Roll with the cold over it. I'll leave these in my fridge and this in my freezer, and the whole situation together is like amazing and cooling and really, really takes down all of that swelling. Real hangover tip is activated charcoal. I taught you guys a little bit about it today, and apple cider vinegar. If you want to learn more about apple cider vinegar, I will link my apple cider vinegar video below in the description on this video, or you can just check out my channel. I hope that this video will be helpful to you when you guys are drinking and getting effed up this summer. But just seriously, it's really important to enjoy yourself and to find balance, but at the same time, you want to eliminate toxins as fast as possible. So this is the best way that I know how, and I want to share it with you guys. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any great hangover tips, I'd love to hear them. Leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next week.